Imagine having like a whole team of assistants that can help you study faster, summarize notes, create presentations, solve your doubts, improve your English, and even prep for exams. And the best part, it's all for free.
Yeah, completely free.
Right. It sounds kind of unbelievable, honestly. But today we are exploring the best free AI tools that every single student needs to know about. Welcome to the deep dive, everyone.
Hey, everyone. It's so great to be here.
And yeah, we are super excited to jump into this. If you're a school student, a college student, maybe prepping for competitive exams, or just, a lifelong learner, this deep dive is specifically for you.
Exactly. Our whole mission today, pulling from our source material on digital scholarship, is to build you a beginner-friendly, step-by-step AI toolkit. Because let's be real, most people are using these tools completely wrong.
Oh, for sure. But before we even jump into the actual tools, we should probably address the elephant in the room. A lot of students hear AI for homework, and they immediately think, isn't that just cheating?
Right, the outsourcing your brain argument. And it's a fair question. But the core philosophy we're talking about today is that using AI effectively is not about having it do the work for you. It's about having a 24/7 personal tutor.
A study partner.
Exactly, a sparring partner. If you just ask AI to write an essay you never read, you learn nothing. But if you use it to manage cognitive load, to help you learn faster and understand better, that is a massive advantage.
I love that framing. You really can't write a good paper if you don't even understand the concepts first. I mean, we've all had that totally relatable nightmare where it's 2 a.m, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're trying to understand some dense, difficult textbook language about, cellular biology, and your brain is just fried.
Yeah, your working memory is just completely full. And that's where the very first tool in our toolkit comes in, which is ChatGPT. But we're talking about using it in a very specific way.
Right, because most people just treat it like Google. They type in a question and get a wall of text.
Which doesn't help if you're already confused. The real superpower of ChatGPT is adaptive pedagogy. So instead of asking for a definition, you say, explain photosynthesis like I'm a 10-year-old.
Or explain this to me using a basketball analogy.
Exactly. You give it a real-life scenario that you already understand, and it bridges the gap. It adjusts to your level instantly, which is something even a great human teacher struggles to do for 30 different students at once.
It's basically a super smart friend who just never gets tired of your questions. But, okay, so understanding one concept is great, but what about when you're just overwhelmed by the sheer amount of work, where do I even start panic?
Oh, executive dysfunction. That's a huge hurdle for students. And for that, Google Gemini is incredible.
Gemini. Really? I feel like people always compare it to ChatGPT, but what makes it different for students?
Well, Gemini is phenomenal at processing large contexts and creating structured logic. So if you're a competitive exam aspirant or a college student with a massive syllabus, you don't just ask it a question. You give it your syllabus and say,
wait, I can just copy-paste the whole syllabus?
Yeah, paste the whole thing and say, create a 7-day study plan for my MBA marketing exam. I have 3 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
And it will instantly give you a structured step-by-step roadmap. It tells you what to study on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You don't have to burn any brain power planning. You just wake up and execute.
That saves so much time because I used to spend 2 hours color coding a calendar to feel productive.
We all did. It's a classic procrastination trap.
Okay, so ChatGPT helps me understand the concepts. Gemini builds my weekly schedule. But now I have to actually do the reading. And getting hit with 100 pages of reading the night before class is just brutal.
It's the information overload phase. And this is where we introduce what might be my favorite tool on the list, Notebook LM.
Yes. Notebook LM is it's a total game changer.
It really is. So unlike normal AI that searches the whole internet, Notebook LM is like your private AI study partner. You upload your specific notes.
Like PDF files, lecture slides.
Yep, 50-page PDFs, research papers, whatever. You upload them, and it only reads what you give it. And then you can just talk to your documents.
That is wild. So I can say, give me the most important points from chapter 4.
Exactly. Or my personal favorite study hack, you ask it, create 20 multiple choice questions from this chapter.
Okay, wait, hold on. I have to push back here for a second.
Go for it.
If I'm using Notebook LM to summarize my reading and make my quizzes, aren't I kind of skipping the actual learning? Isn't wrestling with the text the whole point?
That's a super valid point. But we have to look at how learning actually happens. If you spend 3 hours just digging through a textbook trying to find the main idea, you're exhausted before you even start memorizing anything.
True. You're just hunting for the needle in the haystack.
Right. So Notebook LM does the synthesis. It gives you the summary, which actually enhances learning because now you have the energy to critically analyze those points. And when you take that AI-generated quiz, you're doing active recall.
Oh, right, testing yourself.
Yes. And active recall is neurologically proven to be way more effective than just passively rereading a textbook. You're still doing the hard work of taking the test. You just didn't waste time formatting it.
I love that. You're working smarter, not harder. But, okay, what if I don't have the textbook? Like, what if I have to write a research paper from scratch and I'm just searching Google for hours without a clear answer?
Then you need Perplexity AI.
Perplexity, the research king.
It basically is. It's like Google and AI combined. Traditional searching means opening 20 tabs, getting distracted, hitting paywall.
We're getting lost on Wikipedia for 3 hours.
Exactly. But with Perplexity, you just ask a complex question like, what are the effects of artificial intelligence on education? And it reads those 20 websites for you, synthesizes the answer, and here are the best part, it gives you the sources.
Wait, actual sources? Because ChatGPT sometimes just makes stuff up, right?
Yeah.
Like the AI hallucinations.
Yeah, hallucinations are a huge risk in academic work.
Huh.
If you put a fake quote in a paper, that's an automatic fail. But Perplexity provides inline citations, like little footnote numbers. You click them, and it takes you straight to the original article or research paper.
That is huge. So it does the heavy lifting of the initial research, but I still get the actual verifiable sources to cite in my essay.
Exactly. It makes research incredibly fast and reliable.
Okay, so we've got our research, we've got our notes. But speaking of notes, some people aren't visual learners. Sometimes the bottleneck is just listening to a lecture or trying to process written text when you're on the go.
Oh, auditory learning. Yes, this is a great point. And this is where 11 Labs comes in.
Right. 11 Labs is basically insane text-to-speech, right?
It is the most realistic voice AI out there. If you're a student who commutes or you just get eye strain from staring at screens all day, you can take your Perplexity research or your Notebook LM summaries and run them through 11 Labs.
So it basically turns your study notes into a custom podcast.
Yes, you can literally listen to your essay draft or your study guides while walking to class or hitting the gym. It engages a totally different part of your brain, which is fantastic for retention.
That is so cool. I would have killed for that in college, just listening to my own notes on the bus. Okay, so we have understood the concepts, synthesized the notes, done the research. Now, the dreaded part.
Grading the final product.
Yep. The deadline is tomorrow morning. We actually have to make the assignment. And I am super guilty of this, spending hours just making one single presentation slide look pretty instead of actually studying the material.
Oh, yes, the aesthetic tax. We spend so much energy on formatting instead of thinking. But Canva AI completely fixes this.
Canva has AI now. I mean, I knew it had templates.
It goes way beyond templates now. You literally open Canva, type in, create a presentation on the causes of the French Revolution, and within seconds, it generates the entire slide deck.
No way. Like a layout, the text, everything.
The layout, the visuals, a logical flow. Now, you still need to go in and replace the filler text with your actual research from Perplexity, but the structural work is done.
So it takes that blank page anxiety away.
Exactly. And if you want an alternative specifically built for insanely fast presentations, there's also Gamma AI.
Oh, Gamma. I've seen people talking about this on social media.
It's incredibly popular right now. Gamma AI is purely focused on building slides, documents, and web pages in minutes. You just give it a prompt or an outline, and it creates these highly polished, professional-looking slide decks.
So Gamma is great if you want to tweak every little graphic, but Gamma is like, I need a gorgeous presentation right this second.
Pretty much. They both completely eliminate that aesthetic tax.
That is so helpful for project creation. And what if the project isn't a presentation? Like a lot of classes now ask for video projects, or maybe you're trying to create educational content yourself.
Then you turn to InVideo AI.
Yeah.
Video editing used to have this massive learning curve, right? You needed complex software. You had to find stock footage, record voiceovers.
It would take a week just to make a 3-minute video.
Right. With InVideo AI, you type a prompt like, create a 2-minute educational video on the water cycle for middle schoolers. And it generates the script, pulls the stock footage, edits the scenes, and even adds an AI voiceover.
So I can literally create a rough draft of a video project while I'm eating breakfast.
Exactly. And then you just tweak the script to match your specific assignment.
Okay, this toolkit is getting ridiculously powerful. We have presentations, videos, audio, but let's get back to the classic, the most stressful assignment of all, the essay.
Ah, yes. Academic writing.
When you are typing at 3 in the morning, your grammar is just terrible. You're writing these clunky, awkward sentences. This is where Grammarly comes in, right? Because Grammarly is basically the ultimate English teacher.
It really is. And I know a lot of students already use Grammarly for simple spell check, but the AI features now do so much more. It fixes your tone and your structure.
Right, because sometimes a sentence is technically spelled correctly, but it just sounds wrong.
Exactly. Our source gives a great example. A student might write an email to a professor saying, "I am interested for this job."
Which, people understand what you mean.
Right. A human gets it. But Grammarly will immediately flag that and say, hey, the correct structure is, "I am interested in this job." It acts as a contextual syntax analyzer. If you're an international student or just trying to improve your English speaking and writing practice, it is invaluable.
It's like having a professional editor living inside your laptop, just polishing your homework at the last minute.
And if you need to take it a step further, especially for college students writing complex assignments, there is Quillbot.
Quillbot, the ultimate paraphrasing tool.
Yes. Quillbot is fantastic when you're trying to integrate your perplexity research into your essay naturally. Let's say you have really basic sentence like, "Technology has changed education a lot."
Very middle school.
Right. You run that through Quillbot, and it elevates it to, "Modern technology has significantly transformed the educational landscape."
Oh, wow. That instantly sounds like a college paper.
It bridges the gap between your casual thought process and academic delivery. Plus, Quillbot has built-in tools to help with citations, which again keeps you safe academically.
Okay, I want to take a breath and just look at what we've built here today, because this is mind-blowing. We have ChatGPT for explaining things simply, Gemini for planning our week, Notebook LM for summarizing notes and quizzing us,
Perplexity for deep-sighted research,
Gamma and Canva for building our presentations, InVideo for video projects, 11 labs to listen to our notes on the go.
and finally Grammarly and Quillbot to make sure our writing is perfectly polished.
It is literally a digital exoskeleton for your brain. Like you are just strapping on these tools to become superpowered. But that brings us back to something really important that our sources highlighted: mindset.
Yes, the smart learner's mindset. Because with all these magical tools at our fingertips, the risk of becoming overdependent is very real.
Right. If you just let the AI do all the thinking, you aren't getting smarter. You're actually getting dumber.
Exactly. AI is fundamentally changing education. But it's not going to replace students. The students who know how to use AI effectively are going to have a huge advantage over those who don't.
So what's the daily habit? How do we build those long-term AI skills without becoming lazy?
The habit is treating the AI, like we said earlier, a sparring partner. You use it to remove the friction of formatting or searching or scheduling, but you never let it do the actual critical thinking. You debate with it. You ask it to critique your essay outline.
Oh, I love that. Here's my argument. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Yes, that forces you to defend your logic. You become the director, and the AI is just your crew.
That makes total sense. You are still the one calling the shots.
Yeah.
Okay, we cover so much ground today, and I really want to make sure everyone listening takes action. So we're going to do a quick "which AI tool would you choose" challenge.
I love this. Let's do it.
Okay, audience, listen up. We challenge you to pick just one of these free tools today. Just one.
Yeah, take that messy page of notes from your backpack and upload it to Notebook LM. Just see what it does.
Or take the next email you're sending to a teacher and run it through Grammarly. Or try typing a presentation topic into Gamma AI and watch it build the slides in 10 seconds.
Once you experience how much time you save, it will completely change your workflow.
It really will. It's all about learning smarter, not harder. But before we sign off, I know you wanted to leave our listeners with one final kind of provocative thought to chew on.
I do. And it's something that builds on everything we've talked about today. If AI can now perfectly summarize all of human knowledge in seconds and write flawless essays and solve complex equations.
Right, if it can do all the answering.
Exactly. If AI has all the answers, maybe the most important skill for a student tomorrow isn't memorizing facts anymore. Maybe the true mark of intelligence is learning how to ask the right questions.
Oh, wow.
Because an AI is only as smart as the prompt you give it.
That is so true. The quality of your question determines the quality of the answer. That completely shifts how we should be thinking about school.
It's an exciting time to be a learner.
It absolutely is. Well, you guys have the top AI tools, you have the mindset, and you have your challenge for today. Go out there, try these tools, and start building your own AI toolkit.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone.
Keep asking those great questions, and we will catch you on the next deep dive. See ya.